Celebrities become famous for some good reasons, but that doesn't mean they can keep riding the same wave of success forever. Along the line, some of them become boring, and nothing is less attractive than that or trying too hard to make up for what you've lost. In this video, we'll talk about some celebrities who need to understand that the spotlight is no longer on them. Make sure you stick with me to the end. Without any further delay, let's get into it. Who are the stars who don't realize they're not famous anymore? Being considered famous or having celebrity status doesn't just involve being in a bunch of movies or recording a lot of music. It involves how active you are in the spotlight, how sought after you are, and how many places you sell. The comfortable life can be taken away at any time with one wrong move, and your fans will disappear as quickly as they appeared. That said, there's a good group of once famous people out there who don't realize they're not famous anymore. Unfortunately for these celebrities, they believe that after a certain point, they can still revert back to their A-list status they once had. While there are several celebrities that fall into this category, we'll focus on 10 of them to get you started. The first on our list is Christina Milian. Christina Milian was once at the top of her game. She was a recording artist and appeared in some popular movies. At 19, Milian was signed to Def Jam, and her popular singles included AM to PM and Dip It Low. She had a few hits on the Billboard charts, and that kickstarted her film career. Her first film was Love Don't Cost a Thing, a remake of the popular 80s film. She went on to have roles in films like Be Cool and Pulse. Eventually, Milian's career slowed. She kind of disappeared from the spotlight. She did what every celebrity does when they want to resurrect a dead career. She starred in a reality show, Christina Milian Turned Up, which featured her mother and sisters. It kind of helped her career a little bit, but honestly, people still don't care. Did you expect a couple to make the list? Heidi and Spencer Pratt did make the list. This couple will not disappear. Heidi and Spencer Pratt love the lights and camera, but sadly, the lights don't love them back. The aspiring actress spends a lot of time talking about her days on the reality show, The Hills. Now, she's made a career out of jumping from reality show to reality show, hoping and hoping that this one or the next would catapult her to ultimate fame. Admittedly, she had quite a bit of fame in The Hills days, but it seems like she missed that part where you're supposed to gracefully retreat. Spencer appears to be trying to piggyback on his wife and soon-to-be baby mama, appearing with her on shows like Celebrity Big Brother and I'm a Celebrity, Help Me Out of Here. In the end, nobody cares. Next up, Lea Michele. Lea Michele has an amazing voice. There's no denying that. That incredible voice is what helped her land this role on Glee and made her a worldwide name. However, Glee ended a few years ago, and Lea is still trying to cling to the thin strings of her remaining fame. Ryan Murphy gave her another job at Scream Queens, and she even started a music career. Unfortunately, the songs she released failed to make a stellar impact. So why are we still seeing Lea walk the red carpets or make appearances on talk shows when she really doesn't have much going on? She started out in musicals, and maybe she should go back to that and just accept that her TV time is up. What about Paris Hilton? Paris Hilton's time on television and in the film ended some time ago. She's better known for her run-ins with the law than her reality show The Simple Life and her appearances in random movies. When most people think of Paris Hilton, they associated her with the Hilton hotel chain or the popular phrase, "This is hot." There's no denying that she had star quality at one point, but honestly, that time is up. Hilton hasn't done anything worth talking about in nearly a decade, so continuing to call her famous is an insult to real famous people. She's calling herself a DJ now. Because of the fame she had back in the day, some clubs in Europe hired her to draw crowds. Truth be told, good for her, but come on. Would you go to a Paris Hilton DJ set? The next celebrity we'll talk about is Snooki. The Princess of Jersey Shore has had her fair share of popularity. I'm just not sure anyone can call her fame, but still, she's had a good time in the public eye. When Jersey Shore aired her last episode, one would have assumed that she and the rest of the cast would just go back to their normal lives. Wrong. Snooki and the rest of the gang tried to cling as tightly as possible, which meant endorsing products, appearing in random ads, or even trying to jump into other reality shows. Enough is enough. Snooki now has 2 kids and a husband, so of course she's using this as her angle to attract new moms and young couples, but she needs to give it up. The next star on our list is Aubrey O'Day. Aubrey O'Day once had a legitimate music career. She rose to fame being a part of the girl group Danity Kane and the TV show Making the Band. After a few years and some successes, the group broke up, and all but 2 of the girls were left to fend for themselves. O'Day was not one of the 2 lucky enough to be taken under P. Diddy's wing. She sort of wandered around Hollywood giving interviews about the group's breakdown and her falling out with Diddy. Eventually, she disappeared completely. She didn't not like being the center of someone's attention. She ended up doing a reality show about her life and career. That too failed, and she now has moved on to form a duo with former band member Shannon Bex. She should probably just accept that fame isn't for her. Next is Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson has a legitimate career. No one doubts that. Though he continues to act and participate in several movies, many of them go unnoticed. He just doesn't get the attention he used to get when he was in comedies like Wedding Crashers and The Royal Tenenbaums. Wilson continues continues to act, but ask yourself, when was the last time you watched a movie with Wilson? And if you did, you would see him because he was in him or someone else. He struggles to get roles that showcase his acting skills. It seems Hollywood prefers rookies over good and reliable actors. It can be safe to say his career will never be like Denzel's or Will's. Shia LaBeouf also made the list. Shia LaBeouf had a great career. He started small and built a career that involved almost every movie genre in a franchise movie. Unfortunately, LaBeouf has gone a little crazy. Wait, crazy might not be the right word for him to become eccentric. It was no longer about movies for him and more so about the idea of spreading whatever knowledge he felt he needed to spread. Many would agree that what he has now can't be called fame. It's basically watching to see when and how he's going to screw up the next thing. The fact is, he seems to think he's making a big impact when he makes these random protests. He partially feels that way because he thinks he has the fame behind him. Clearly, no one cares. They just think he's gone mad. Next up, Jonathan Cheban. Jonathan Cheban is a publicist by trade, but he's best known for being Kim Kardashian's best friend. He's always by her side, goes on all of her trips, and practically lives with her. He makes regular appearances on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and has appeared in more tabloid pictures than actually famous people. However, Cheban isn't famous, it never really was, so it's shocking that he thinks he is. Does he still do his regular job as a publicist? Cheban makes regular appearances at red carpet events, and while they're low-key, it's still weird to see him there. He even does regular work on his face, as if someone is looking to see if he's aging well. Wrapping it up, we have Ray J. Actor, singer, songwriter, reality TV star, and chef Ray J is the jack of all trades these days, but admittedly, he's no master of anything. Ray J's career got a boost when he leaked a sex tape featuring him and Kim Kardashian. Since the tape was leaked, Ray J thought he was more important than he really was. He released a song based on the tape called I Hit It First, and he ended up on the reality show Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and of course, every other reality show that takes him. Unfortunately, Ray J thinks people care what he does. He's funny in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but other than that, it's like no one is looking at what Ray J is going to do next. This is just a fact. That concludes today's video. If you found the video helpful, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. See you next time.